Welcome to Cain and Table. I'm Will Cain with Kevin Williamson. Kevin, let's talk about the prospects for repealing the health care law. But before we do, look, Social Security, whatever act has been reduced to Social Security, and Medicare and has been reduced to Medicare. What can we call this act, this health care bill?
Well, I like Obamacare. It still works for me. I mean, maybe we'll have to call it something else if it survives its presidency. But for now, I think Obamacare just works fine.
All right, we'll do that for this interview at least. So there's a lot of energy out there to repeal Obamacare, at least among the masses.
Yeah.
What I want to ask you is that a realistic goal?
Well, it's a realistic goal if there are people who want it repealed. I think that Obamacare can be repealed if that repeal happens in the next 12 to 18 months because, all the taxes and expenses and mandates are all front-loaded, but all the benefits don't come up for a while, because to make the spending work out, they put it off for a bit.
So
it's all pain, no gain at the beginning.
You do think there's a time limit on this, and it's before the gain comes, before the benefits get paid out?
Yeah, I think if it doesn't happen by, say, 2012 at the latest, it's not going to happen at all. The problem is, though, it's not clear that the Republican Party corporately wants to do this. Just as soon as the bill became a law, you had John Cornyn coming out and sort of, doing this mealy-mouth thing about, well, you want to keep parts of it and get rid of parts of it. And then when people, started flooding his office with phone calls, he changed his tune a little bit. But I don't know if the Republicans are all that serious about doing it.
Right. I mean, right after Cornyn did that, and by the way, he wanted to hang on to the pre-existing condition clause, kind of a big
which
part
means
of
you have to hold on to the whole thing.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right after he did it, though, said that, then Senator Burr of North Carolina and Senator Corker of Tennessee kind of jumped right back behind him. I don't know that we'll see any Republican will to repeal this.
Well, I'm not seeing it out there. I mean, you've got a lot of very angry people, and there are a lot of voters who want to see this done. But it's not clear that the message has sunk in with the GOP establishment. And that's the thing they keep missing, and the thing I kind of keep repeating is that, the Tea Party phenomenon and the rest of this populist stuff going on right now, what Republicans don't appreciate is that these guys are opposed to the Democrats, but they're not looking for an alternative to the Democrats. What they're looking for is an alternative to the Republicans, because they don't trust them to cut spending, they don't trust them to repeal Obamacare, they don't trust them to do the things they would like to see done. And what they're really looking for is someone who will do the things that Republicans are allegedly there to do.
Yeah, right. It's kind of in the Tea Party's pocket as well as history. What entitlement have the Republicans ever put a strong effort behind repealing? I mean, we've been adding to Medicare as conservatives and Republicans for the past 30 years.
Yeah, the one thing was Medicare Catastrophic, I guess, which was this very short-lived program that was passed and was hugely unpopular and was repealed. But that's kind of the exception that proves the rule. We've been railing against the National Endowment for the Arts since the 70s, and we had Newt Gingrich and everyone in charge for years and years and years, and the budget just kept going up. So I mean, that's just one little, one little spending program. It's hard to imagine a popular or widely held entitlement actually getting repealed, at least by the sort of Republican that we've gotten used to seeing in Washington, D.C.
Right. So then let me ask you to be a prognosticator. Something's really hard to be here. But will Republicans get this Tea Party message, or do you think it's going to take a whole new batch of people elected in?
My guess is no, because they're dumb.
Okay. Well, that wasn't very clear. Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah.